It is the first full day in the Big Brother UK All-Stars house. And we are going ahead and calling all of the house guests into the living room to announce the results of the task. So last night, everyone was given 5 BIGBUCKs when they entered the house. And depending on when they went to sleep, they were given additional BIGBUCKs. Hellen stayed up the longest, giving her 20 additional BIGBUCKs, and winning the challenge overall makes her big boss for the week. And that's going to give her an additional 5 BIGBUCKs, which makes her total 30. Now, everyone else is going to be divided up into ministries, and you're going to get BIGBUCKs depending on what ministry you enter, and you will have to do the job of that ministry. So first up, we have Ministry of Love, and that's going to include Shane/Courtney, Craig, Emma, Makosi, and Gemma. Now, the Ministry of Love will have to nominate face-to-face in front of the whole house. So we're going to give you an additional 5 BIGBUCKs as nominations do cost money. All right, next up we have the Ministry of Truth. That is going to be Cameron, Bear, Davina, New York, and Brian Bello. All of you are going to get an additional 3 BIGBUCKs, and you will have to spend time in room 101 studying and doing paperwork throughout the day. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to send you guys there. It is located outside of the diary room down a little corridor, and you will see that at the end of the hall there is a spooky, torturous room 101. And you guys will have to be locked in here. There is a little bathroom located behind the secret bookcase, and as you can see, Brian and Davina did try to make a run for it, but no, you got to get back in there. We're going to lock that door, and you guys are going to have to research on the computer, do paperwork, write things down, or nap and argue with each other, whatever it takes to survive the amount of time. And you guys are going to be locked in here at different parts of the day throughout the week. And that is the job of the Ministry of Truth.
Jaruk. Oh.
So next up is the Ministry of Peace. That is going to include Charley, Aaron, Gary, Isabelle, and Brian Dowling. And you guys will have to stand guard outside in the garden 24/7. At least one of you has to be in the garden. You guys are not able to go into the living room, the kitchen, or the bedroom. You are only allowed to access the diary room if you must, the garden, and the bathroom. And this is going to be for 24 hours a day for the next week until we get a new ministry. So I hope you guys are outdoor people, as starting right now, you guys will be staying out there.
Oh, gosh.
Hobiro? So.
And in last place, only receiving 1 BIGBUCKs each, is the Ministry of Plenty. That is going to include Pete, Nikki, Ryland, and Nadia. Now, you guys are the only ones that have access to the storage room. And with that, you guys have access to the fridge and being able to cook. So you guys will have to cook all the meals for the entire house. Also, you guys have access to all the cleaning supplies. So you will have to clean the house as well for the entire house for the rest of the week. Pete seems to be right away starting off with making some grilled cheeses for the house. And again, there is a fire department on standby in case of emergencies. All of our house guests are in perfectly good hands. Hopefully.
So fraba, abode quarb. Ugnate unga. Desco.
Looks as though Nadia is going into the storage room to grab some vegetables and start a salad that she's going to serve next to the grilled cheese, while Nikki finishes up doing some quick cleaning. I do have to say that the image of Pete and Nadia together in the kitchen, this chaotic with knives being thrown around, is a bit scary for me. But at 7:51 p.m., our Ministry of Truth is still hard at work in room 101. It seems as though most of the work is getting done by Bear and Davina on the computer, while New York, Cameron, and Brian get to know each other a little bit better.
Luffy Yaspa. Ship Noid.
Apala Chaba. Peldo Dabishi.
Meanwhile, it seems as though most of the Ministry of Peace members have found their way onto a bench in the garden to take a little nap. As we can see, Brian Dowling and Gary Busey are outside now, and most of the others are inside the bathroom, as that's the only indoor area they're allowed to go in. However, they are being kept company by Pete and Nikki right now.
Dravoy. Piff.
So.
The bathroom is definitely the main hotspot in the house. I think the Ministry of Peace being able to come in is definitely a big influence on that as well, as a lot of them are going to be hanging out in there regardless, bringing an attraction for other people to come and talk to them. Also, with there only being 3 toilets and them constantly breaking, everyone is going to be spending a lot of time in this room and not always too happy. By 9:20 p.m., most of the house guests are in bed, either napping or just going straight to sleep. It has been a pretty long day, and with an eventful first night last night, not much of them got too much sleep. So we're actually going to go ahead and we're going to let the Ministry of Truth go ahead and get out. They can leave room 101 and rejoin the house. You might randomly notice my automatic vacuum going throughout the house. When I placed it, it was mainly to vacuum the camera runs and the backstage areas, as those were definitely going to get dusty. And all the doors are locked for the house guest. However, they aren't locked for the vacuum. There's no way for me to lock it for the vacuum. So you will see that little guy coming in and out pretty randomly. Now that room 101 is released, a lot of the house guests are back outside. We see that Cameron immediately comes, grabs some food, and joins Courtney or Shane outside. And a lot of the other guys are kind of dipping in the pool late at night or all cramming into the bathroom for one last bathroom break. And this bench with the lighting does seem to cause a very blinding bright effect on our Sims, unfortunately. I do have that problem when it comes to lighting in The Sims. I do tend to blow it out. So this spot in particular, I have to go ahead and apologize for, as you might be seeing it a lot this season. Inside the living room, we have Nikki, Craig, Courtney, and Cameron all hanging out. Courtney was kind of dancing and singing in front of everyone, putting on a show, while Brian Bello takes a nap on the couch. At 10:44 p.m., the house is officially winding down. We see that all the members of the Ministry of Peace are either going to sleep outside or inside. And we see that Bear is actually decided to join them in the bathroom. I don't know if it's out of solidarity, as I don't really know why he would give up his bed to sleep on a bench in the bathroom. The ones that aren't asleep seem to be awake and cleaning up the garden. Gary Busey did a little dip in the pool, while Isabelle isn't feeling too well and is possibly getting sick from being outside. Meanwhile, all the other house guests slowly make their way into the bedroom, and once all the house guests are in the bedroom, the lights are able to be turned off and everyone can head to bed.
Leave.
By 11:27 p.m., all of the house guests are asleep peacefully in the bedroom, apart from the Ministry of Peace. All of them are having a hard time sleeping, as they can only really nap in either on stone or metal. So the ones that aren't sleeping spend the night munching on grilled food and swimming. And that's going to wrap up today's episode of Sims 4 Big Brother UK All-Stars. Remember, there's an episode every Monday through Friday here on the channel. And also, if you want a sneak peek at all of the house guests and Big Buck's earnings, check out the description down below and see their rankings. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow, where each member of the ministry will have to make a very important decision, leaving 4 people very vulnerable. So make sure to check that out tomorrow. Follow me on all my social medias, and I'll see you then. Bye.